第1场的比赛。领航员队在少了2大外援，再加上第1场赛事全队外线手感较为冰冷的状况之下，比赛结果或许让各位球迷朋友有点失落或者是难过，但信念可以造就一生坚毅，可以成就美梦。今天晚上我们重整旗鼓之后，一起与球员为荣耀而战。即使这个过程再艰难、再险阻，也请所有进场的每一位乘客们陪着我们精彩并且坚定的走完。而今天这一场精彩态势要来开打之前，领航员队也来准备非常精彩的开场演出，也请现场球迷朋友用您热情的掌声来欢迎 TPG 练习生为我们带来精彩的开场表演，掌声欢迎 TPG 练习生。这是 TPG 带来精彩的开场演出，掌声送给 TPG 练习生。 今天的领航员特别与全球人寿共同打造全球人寿主题日活动，也希望带给球迷朋友满满的篮球飨宴以及精彩的娱乐盛宴。那么今天现场也来了相当多的与会贵宾，也在这边跟各位一一做介绍。也请麻烦介绍到的长官贵宾能够起身跟我们现场所有球迷朋友来挥手致意。首先非常感谢与我们共同打造今天完美主题日的全球人寿林文慧副董事长，我们请林文慧副董事长起身跟我们球迷朋友挥手，掌声送给副董事长。紧接着为各位介绍是全球人寿品牌企划处肖乃馨副总，欢迎副总，副总好。再来为各位介绍是璞园建筑团队，我们董事长李忠树董事长，董事长好。为各位介绍桃园领航员总经理陈信安，陈总经理。谢谢，也谢谢再一次特别的感谢全球人寿，我们一起打造今天的全球人寿主题日。那么现在要来邀请全球人寿副董事长林文慧副董事长为我们上来讲几句话，欢迎副董事长。
桃园领航员陈总经理，现场所有的球迷，所有的球员大家好。今天非常开心能和大家在现场一起参与这个非常有意义的赛事。台湾的职篮在众多的球队以及企业的努力之下，睽违了20年，终于在今年和大家见面了。全球人寿有幸能够参与其中，我们感到非常的荣幸。而在这众多的环节当中，最重要的就是今天在场的每一个人，因为有你们的参与，球员才有前进的动力，而且比赛也才有继续的原因。非常感谢大家和全球人寿并肩，一起做球员最坚强的后盾。全球人寿长期支持台湾体育的发展，对于公益的耕耘也不遗余力。今天现场，我们也邀请到了全球人寿的志工伙伴，一起共襄盛举，为球队加油。也很感谢主办单位桃园领航员的安排。赛后邀请了全球人寿年度招募代言人831乐团的演出。因为爱，责任在，欢迎大家今天一起感受全球人寿的爱与责任。预祝球赛比赛精彩顺利，谢谢。
谢谢林副董。林副董事长讲了这一句非常棒的话，因为爱，责任在。大家因为爱领航员，所以待会各位加油的责任一定要把它扛在肩上。精彩的赛事即将展开，首先为各位来介绍今天两队所登陆球员名单。首先为各位介绍今天来访福尔摩沙台新梦奖家登陆球员，球衣背号0号 Number 0陈正杰。Number 10球衣背号10号王柏志。Number 11 11号林俊吉。Number 18 18号杨胜燕。Number 20 Derek King 金德伟。Number 24 Randall Wacko 沃克。And Number 30球衣背号30号吴松蔚。福尔摩沙台新梦想家 Tonight Starting Five 先发5人 Number 2 2号 Anthony Tucker 塔克。Number 6 6号杨敬敏。Number 17 17号 Stephen Hicks。Number 23 23号钱肯尼。 那么 26 26号李德威。为各位介绍梦想家 Head Coach 总教练 Kyle Julius。Assistant Coach 助理教练赖柏林，执行教练刘文和。介绍完台新梦想家今天所有登陆球员，现场球迷朋友将目光放向大荧幕 ，Let's go Pilots！
Here's your chance. Keep it simple, and don't do anything stupid.
But a hero's job is never simple.
Don't do anything stupid.
季后赛上场专注，保持侵略性，最重要的是
把握每一次的出手。
把握每一次的出手。
不要害怕犯错，就先把防守做好。
先把防守做好。
我知道你也想证明自己，但季后赛的强度不是只有用拼就可以解决的，你要打得更聪明。防守再更强势一点，然后想想我们平常练球练一些什么。
我会做好教练交代的任务。
但你不要忘记自己有好的机会也要成长。
我知道。
敌军来袭，领航员所有战士全体注意！
亲爱的乘客们，机长陈新安欢迎各位登机。桃园领航员航空马上就要起飞喽！敬请各位乘客尽快就座，与我们一起胜利领航，飞向梦想的天空 ，Go！
彼此相信，相互凝聚，顺利领航，全员起飞！桃园领航员作战部队。为各位介绍领航员球衣背号15号 Number 15，前锋200公分，领航员的新生代巨塔孙思友。Number 18，球衣背号18号后卫，游击战的高手小福星赖国威。球衣背号23号前锋，冲锋陷阵毫不含扣，哲学家阿环陈继环。球衣背号25号 Number 25，中锋万夫莫敌、英勇不屈的篮下终结者林振。Number 29，球衣背号29号前锋，豪气英风一名强 ，UBA 得分王张根宇。球衣背号50号，正港的台湾人队友的定心丸，护国神 Q Quincy Davis。Number 63， 63号后卫，无所畏惧，领航员后场指挥官183公分，彭俊彦。And now introducing Pilot Starting 5， 为各位介绍领航员先发5人，球衣背号6号杀手，英勇顽强的拼命三郎关大罗米勒关大佑。前锋，但是过人勇敢善战的跳跳人爸爸 ，Number 7 7号林耀宗。球衣背号12号 ，Number 12 196公分，前锋台湾女婿领航员疯狂射手 Jordan Chapman。中锋球衣背号30号，以1挡百推荐获错的重型轰炸机碰碰陈冠全。 18号，无所畏惧的国产巡弋飞弹，台湾阿瑶施晋瑶。为各位介绍领航员总经理陈信安、执行教练杨怡峰、助理教练黄启峰、体能教练穆建宏，双方球员相互握手致意。我们也请桃园领航员队先留在我们的场中间，与我们的贵宾来进行合照，谢谢。我们先将礼物送出去喽。麻烦我们领航员所有球员请在场中间，我们先来进行合影留念，之后再来进行最后的热身，谢谢。我们也邀请我们全球人寿的副董，还有我们副总，以及我们的总经理一起到我们场中间来进行合影，谢谢。大家齐心，没有不可能的发生的事情。即使我们第一场的比赛如此的惨烈，希望今天我们能够重整旗鼓，能够来将我们的对战比数来拉平。需要各位乘客们为领航员加油！我们也谢谢全球人寿所有长官，谢谢。最后热身之后，精彩的赛事要来展开喽！
搭乘桃园领航员航空的乘客请注意，本班机即将起飞。温馨提醒您，这将是一趟紧张刺激的行程。好大，leader来！
在我们的观赛注意事项广播同时为各位介绍本场次3位辛苦。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Welcome to Game 2 of the Plus League playoffs. The home Pilots are trying to get one game before heading on the road in this best-of-5 series. We're here, of course, in Taoyuan, where actually the weather outside is a little bit overcast. Taiwan Island needs a little bit more rain as we are currently in a drought. There's the matchup tonight, and for this series, of course, the Formosa Taishin Dreamers on the left against the home Pilots here in Taoyuan Arena. It is April 25th. The Plus League playoffs has begun with a little bit of a disappointment, quite frankly. I'm Ryan Chen, your English play-by-play. Alongside with me is Coach Ben. Coach Ben, how you doing?
Doing great. Great to be here for some playoffs action.
Now there on screen are the Mandarin broadcasters, Corey and Mark. That's 八孝元、田宏奎。球迷朋友要看中文的转播，看 YouTube 的中文连接即可。After Friday night's game, the current stand of the series is 1 game to the Dreamers on their 102-63 victory against the Pilots. Of course, it's a large margin of victory, but still a series left to play. We'll see how the two teams make an adjustment. And of course, that includes the starting lineup for the Dreamers. But Coach, a word from, well, Friday's game, if you may.
Well, Ryan, like you said, about the only positive that these Pilots can take from Friday's game is that it was only one game. Doesn't matter if you lose by 1 point or 100. They're down 1-0 in the series. So obviously they're going to make some adjustments. Ironic that it's the Dreamers who make the lineup adjustments first. But again, new day, new game, new opportunity for these Pilots.
Now, Quincy Davis, we always talk about his importance to the team, though he also struggled along with pretty much everybody. Only 3 for 12 with many of the easy putbacks that he couldn't make. Probably a factor of the fatigue. getting into the game for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, Q obviously after his back issues, coming back, not playing for a while, didn't really have much lift out there, and despite the fact that the Dreamers don't really have a lot of big guys in there, he wasn't able to dominate the paint like he has in the past, something that these Pilots desperately need today.
Other side, the Dreamers had quite a block fest. Here in Taiwan, we call block shots 火锅for putting the lid on the hot pot. 10 blocks would have been tied for the Plus League regular season high with the Lioneers, who did that to the same Pilots. Their previous high was 7. Back then, Derek only got 3 blocks at his most, but 6 yesterday's game. They had anything they wanted defensively.
Yeah, we talked about Derek and the important role he's played for this Dreamers club with no obviously big import. He's held down the middle this entire season, did a great job just protecting the rim, protecting the paint, and leading to some of those Dreamers fast break opportunities.
We'll bring you the starting lineup soon enough, but the lineup change we're talking about is Anthony Tucker for Jaron Young. That's the roster change made, and correspondingly that'll also affect the starting lineup, but perhaps Coach Kyle Julius and General Manager Jonathan Han trying out their different imports, keeping them in playing form, possibly, of course, for this series, but of course for the finals in mind.
Yeah, not a lot you can find fault with that Dreamers performance from a couple days ago, but if you want to be picky about one thing, not a great performance from the three-point line. Anthony Tucker obviously will help that out, especially if these Pilots continue to go zone.
So taking advantage of your opportunity, sizzing out the April MVP, had his trophy handed to him pregame, but in Friday's matchup only scored 2 points, 2 at the free throw line, 0 for 12 overall. His season percentage about 42, 43%, and has taken 10 or more field goals, the second most in the entire Plus League this season. The 37% from deep would have been a career high if you include his Super Basketball League stats.
Yeah, obviously with the lack of imports for the Pilots roster, the Dreamers know that keep an eye out under control is the big key to winning the game. They did just an unbelievable job defensively. He missed some shots that he typically would have made, but obviously the April MVP is going to come back strong here in this game too.
The Dreamers also perhaps looking for adjustments too. To our surprise, actually faced a zone defense by the Pilots for a lot of the game, and Coach Kyle Julius in front of us was jumping up and down for a lot of the game, trying to get his guys to run what they designed. Yeah, not working out that time.
That's something that you have to find that rhythm. Again, a lot of teams have good rhythm against the man-to-man defense, and then he throws zone at them. It takes a couple possessions to get used to it, but after you get used to it, it becomes very easy to break. So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Dreamers made over this rest day.
The sponsor for the Pilots in the playoffs includes the global health insurance company Chen Ling Wenhui doing the ceremonial first tip. Pong Pong to the left and Stephen Hicks to the right.
Pong Pong saving his energy for the game, obviously.
Here's the starting lineup from left to right. Amigo, Anthony Tucker, Kenny Chen, Derek, and Stephen Hicks, like we mentioned, for the Dreamers. The only the 2 roster changes being Amigo in for Achi and Tucker in for Jaron Young. For the Pilots, they have the same starters. Guan Dayao, Su Jingyao, Jordan Chapman, Manimal Ling Yaozong, and Pong Pong Chen Guanxuan. Only one import player for the Pilots, as Davon Reed and Kadeem Jack, because their injuries, have returned to the States, and we won't see them for the duration of the Plus League playoffs. Pilots in their home whites get started with the basketball. Down low, looking for an opportunity to pass to Ayao, and the bad luck continues, missing the layup.
Yeah, those rims continue to be unfriendly. Great cut, nice find by Manimal, just not able to make that finish.
Got a pushing foul. Jordan Chapman trying to get Amigo out of the spot.
Yeah, with the 2-hand shove on the back, and Amigo, the veteran, embellished that contact. Easy call for the refs.
Started off with deeper position, but the referees caught him with 2 hands. The Pilots indeed going with that zone defense. The 2-3 look, and deflection out of bounds.
You see right off the bat, the Pilots being more aggressive defensively. Nice tip away right there from Ayao. It's definitely a key to look at going forward.
Amigo shot from the right side, rattles it in. Scoring getting started with the Dreamers. Bandayo might only be a rookie, but didn't lose his aggression. Probably got blocked the most in yesterday's game. Now a fancy move by Pum Pum, and he gets the reverse. And another foul. This time Bandayo. Anthony Tucker with the dribble.
You can see these Pilots being very aggressive defensively, as we see, knowing that the Dreamers are going to switch. Pum Pum drives right around the veteran. Nice little English off the glass for the left-hand finish.
Two team fouls for the Pilots as they bounce it back to Stephen Hicks, missing right. Jordan Chapman, I think that's the highest I've ever seen him jump in the Plus League, gets the rebound. Pushing it up ahead, and I'll switch it. Sujian terminates his dribble and a foul call. Might be calling this one a little bit tighter.
Yeah, we can see right off the bat, obviously trying to set the tone. Amigo gets called off of that switch.
Animal couldn't get around.
You can see right there the defensive attention that these Dreamers are going to put on Ayao. Amigo with the deny, Tucker with the switch. They're not going to let him have any clean looks at the basket.
Very long with this inbound. Now Pum Pum through the middle. Taishin and gets over top of Amigo.
That's something that these Pilots think that they can take advantage of. Obviously with the Dreamers switching a lot of stuff. Pum Pum 2 times in a row being able to take advantage of a mismatch against Amigo.
Derek up top, getting around, and throwing it out of bounds. Miscommunication there.
Yeah, we've seen that happen a couple times. Just Derek trying to create from the top of the key. Once tipped away by Ayao, that time throwing it right out of bounds as we see Pum Pum bullying his way under the basket for 2 points.
And one decision out through the middle. He floats it in. His first bucket of the playoffs. Got hit on the play too.
Again, nice adjustment there. As we see Kenny miss a layup in transition. But Ayao, knowing that he's going to be denied, great back cut. Unfortunately, looks like he got slapped on the back of the head. And a little worse for the wear.
Got hit on one end and might have been something else on the other. They'll take their time.
Kenny with the denial, losing contact. Ayao with the nice back cut.
Happened before the cut happened. On his feet again, still wearing the blue sneakers from Friday. He'll stay in the game, but still with a pained look.
That's what it takes for him to make a shot. I'm sure he'll live with that.
Pilots off to a much better start in this one with the early 6-3 lead. 3 buckets on the interior. Jordan Chapman will fire from deep, just missing. Here come the Dreamers, 33 points on the fast break. In Friday's game, a little bit different to their typical preferred pace. Now Derek had that shot altered by Pum Pum.
Yeah, nice job by Pum Pum sprinting in transition, getting there to defend that nice little post up from Derek.
They're trying to switch aside, a little bit of a collision, nothing called. Chapman popped in the corner and can't get it to fall. Backdoor, easy pickings. But on the same direction, there's another turnover of Pilots. Amigo will calm things down, made 3, tie game.
Well, again, we see the Pilots continuing to let Derek be a playmaker. Derek with another turnover there. Unfortunately, the Pilots turning it right back over, leading to another 3 for Amigo.
Manuel guarded by Hicks. Decision out, he'll try the step back in Derek's face. No good. On Friday, they tried to pick and roll and attack Derek. That did not work at all. Ball out of bounds.
Amigo trying to get in the refs' heads.
Quite animated today.
Hey, he's a vet. He knows these are the games that count. Let's see, the veteran move paid off as the refs are going to go to the replay monitor. Early IRS session early here in the first quarter.
He went to the IRS 3 times in Friday's game, trying to be pretty thorough. There's only one specialty foul. That was Angry Bird Peng Junyan within a overly aggressive move against JJ Chen. That was in the later stages of the game. So far in this one, only 2 for 6 for the Dreamers, 2 made buckets and all the points by the veteran Yang Jiming. And for Achi, that's kind of how they like to shape up their roster when you have Tucker starting or when you have Achi starting.
Yeah, obviously they've done a good job taking advantage of that Pilot zone defense, finding spots there, and again, capitalizing off those Pilots turnovers in transition. It's something that these Pilots can't keep kicking themselves in the foot. They got to kind of correct those, and it looks like Amigo is trying to get one over on the rest, but didn't work.
You might have heard Chosu Yuenda was the PA call. It's a play on words on the ball is round, but subbing that out with the ball is a Yuan is like a primate, shall we say? Like monkey, an egg, something of that nature.
You shouldn't be asking me, Ryan. You're the one giving the Chinese lesson today.
I'm also the one watching some CPBL where they actually also have a Hetian Taoyuan. The Taoyuan monkeys, Rakuten monkeys, I should say. They don't have turnover problems. Stephen Hicks flies through and make it all the way to the stands.
Again, we're just teams obviously trying to get off to a fast start, but we've seen both teams have some very careless outlet passes, turning the ball over. Fortunately for the Dreamers, that one's a dead ball turnover, not giving the Pilots an easy opportunity to score.
4 turnovers by the Pilots, 2 for the Pilots and 4 for the Dreamers, excuse me. Pompon will catch and drive. Nothing called, he misses the layup.
It's obvious that these Pilots are trying to run their offense through Pong Pong early here in the game. Much better start than the last game.
Amigo with a one-handed layup, can't get it to fall. Here come the Pilots in transition. Yao. Nothing there. Kenny with a rebound.
Yeah, nice job by Derek getting back, not getting the block, but able to alter the shot in transition.
Low by Amigo, and still the only Dreamer with points. He brings that total up to 8. Trying to go with quick offense. Manimal cooks the foul out of Stephen Hicks.
You see these Pilots bigs being very aggressive. Again, the last game, not really looking to attack off the dribble, but we've seen Pong Pong. And here we see Manimal in transition, just finding bodies, attacking the rim, and hopefully making some free throws.
On Friday's game, they're looking for Liao Zhong with a lot of their interior players not playing. But he struggled too, only 6 for 14. A lot of missed putbacks. Got to improve on that today.
It's always been Manimal's biggest flaw. Great cutter, great on the boards, good at hustling. Unfortunately, that finish just isn't there for him, especially from the line.
0 for 2 on Friday, 0 for 2 in this one so far. Tucker to Hicks, nothing opens up. Now back to Hicks, his shot too strong. Kenny trying to throw that back in. I don't think we've ever seen that in the Plus League. Here comes Amigo, leaves it short. Pilots fortunate to have this one. Chapman going to the hoop with a lay-in and finishes it. He had options to the left and right, but Jordan Chapman playing aggressive. Now Lito away from the top. Now foul against, let's see the call. Stephen Hicks and Amigo were in the area. It will be Amigo.
Yeah, nice job out there by Chapman, finishing over the extended defense of Kenny Chen, but a little confusion, but Pilots called for the foul. Will be Dreamers ball after this timeout.
8-8, tied game so far in this one. Game 2 of the Plus League playoffs is underway. We'll be back after this.
来喽！乐天女孩 fly 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 飞飞飞飞飞飞的动作，飞的动作，可以。来喽，真正的领航员 fly， 这一群朋友 fly， 飞行的动作，飞行的动作，飞行的动作，这一整排都是美女那样呢。挥挥手，飞行哦！
48 games of the regular season and now into the playoffs. You can watch all Plus League games right here on YouTube. Be sure to like the stream and go ahead and join the chat for a little bit more interaction where our knowledgeable fans will fill you in on the happenings so far. In the early goings, only one Dreamer has gotten on the board. That's Amigo, but he also has 2 personal fouls now. He's on the baseline, ready to inbound the basketball as we come out of the first TV timeout. Lineup change for the Pilots as Angry Bird has made his way on for Guan Dayo, Killer Kwan, getting that nickname for the imports. They boarded on a flight and left on Thursday. Here's another made bucket by Amigo.
Great job by Amigo coming up on that backside, rolling up off the pick and roll. Nice find by Tucker. Amigo's got it going today.
Splitting the double team. Angry Bird with a wild shot. Stephen Hicks rebounds, and the Dreamers will look to run, and there's an early foul.
Pilots continue to go at Derek one-on-one with varied results. Again, they've done a lot better job just cutting off the ball, but we've seen Derek do a good job of moving his feet and staying in front of these mismatches.
Angry Bird chasing Anthony Tucker leaves Stephen Hicks an opportunity. Kenny, nice and high, but rushes the ball to the Pilots. Nothing on the give and go now. It's Manimal's turn. Nothing there. Angry Bird will shoot from deep. That's the first trick of the game. Over the top, Stephen Hicks. Couldn't connect. Anthony Tucker trying to go for the long one. Now an offensive foul by Angry Bird. Quickly losing the confidence of the coaching staff.
Yeah, a rough start in the game for about a minute. 1 awful shot, 2 fouls. Got the quick hook right back to the end of the bench.
I think it's not a matter of how many fouls the referees call, but making sure their calls of the right variety to set the tone. Skip past Stephen Hicks, looks off the shot, and there's a blocking foul.
And these Pilots already being in the penalty. Going to see a lot of free throws here in this first quarter.
And look at that one, switching out with a reach around. For the first time this game, you heard, and now you see, Quincy Davis has made his way onto the floor. 18, almost 19 minutes on Friday. Good to see him on the floor, but you can see his struggles in the box score and, of course, physically, making his way up and down the floor, fighting for rebounds. Stephen Hicks on the season averaging 22.5 points. Probably want to improve on that field goal percentage. With a good start in this one. (13-8). Dreamers back with the lead as Davis up top. Get the reaching foul on Derek.
Really good. You see these Pilots just initiating their offense through their centers. Again, with a lot of their wings being denied on the side. Again, really the only way that they can get anything going.
Achi coming in for Amigo. Pilots get started with Ayo trying to post up Kenny. Didn't work very much on Friday. There's an air ball by Davis. Here come the Dreamers. Nice hands by Manimal. He gets it off Kenny Chen out of bounds.
But again, we just see Derek continuing to have turnover problems. We've talked about how he did such a good job on the defensive end last game, but offensively really struggling here in this game.
3 turnovers already for the big man as Yao tries to reach and bounces that one up, but got the foul.
Obviously, Ayao not being shy after a rough game a couple days ago, this time taking advantage of the mismatch, and Kenny moving with him, getting called for the foul.
It's a big difference, though, between Anthony Tucker and Jaron Young on the floor. Jaron Young covers so much ground, and also with the long arm steals and blocks are pretty frequent.
Obviously, Jaron Young being one of the better defenders here in the Plus League, definitely an active defender, regardless whether he's on the ball or off the ball. He's somebody you always have to account for when you're on the offensive end.
This is one thing that Yao struggles with. Free throw shooting. 1 of 2 that trip. Tucker will fire and will hit that one all net.
And that's one of the things that these Pilots are going to have to get worried about. Again, if Tucker can get things going, it's going to be a long night.
Here comes Chapman. He's got the answer. Tucker all over him.
A little miscommunication on that handoff. Not sure whether going under or chasing.
Too strong by Achi. Missed his first 6 shots, then made his next 3 to the delight of the Dreamers fans in attendance. Davis cutting and dishing. Here comes Jackie. He's in the floor. He makes his first shot.
Nice job by RQ as these Pilots continue to go through their bigs.
11 points in the fourth was actually the highest point total for any individual in one quarter. Here comes Achi through the middle, receiving a screen and rattling in the shot.
Yeah. Good use of his body there by Derek on that handoff. Able to sprint up, get a piece of Ayao, and create some room for his teammate.
A little bit of a back and forth. Now the Dreamers find themselves up 3. Got another timeout by the Pilots. Talking things over. A lot more fouls called in this one.
And that's kind of what you expect as these playoffs go. You see the same opponent a couple days in a row. Obviously, both teams trying to get this victory. Again, usually game 2 a lot more physical than game 1, and it's definitely started out that way.
Now, I mean, Coach, the question now is it what the Pilots are doing better on offense, or are the Dreamers lacking a lot of defensive talent without Jaron Young on the floor?
I think the Pilots are obviously trying to go through their bigs. We've seen it a bunch of times. Pong Pong able to get to the rim. Quincy Davis able to create opportunities. That's obviously something that they didn't do last game, but at the same time, Anthony Tucker isn't quite the defensive force that Jaron Young is, so these Dreamers obviously winning by a comfortable margin last game, maybe not with the same defensive energy that they started off game 1 with. Leads us to a 3-point game here in the first quarter.
Definitely, if the Pilots wanted to get off to a good jump, you would think after a big blowout victory for the Dreamers, there could be a little bit of a letdown.
And that's where we talked about the playoffs and fun like that. Again, you get blown out in game 1, it's still only 1 game. You know that you win this game, back to an even series. So these Pilots doing a good job here in the first quarter.
Couple substitutions. Guandayo back in the game, as we see Yang Yifeng, head coach of the Pilots. But for the Dreamers, Brando Walco is in the game. Now backdoor to Guandayo around Achi. Gets the layup to go.
Nice look coming out of the timeout, and once again Quincy Davis showing his playmaking ability.
Brando Walco, also a top scorer in yesterday's game, or Friday's game against the Pilots. And a travel called on Achi, got in a little bit of trouble A lot of defenders nearby.
Yeah, and Derek has got to know that Quincy's going to help on every drive, wide open there. But once again, these Pilots, knowing that they're going to get denied out on the perimeter, finding some great looks off backdoor cuts.
Guandayo was only 2 for 10 on Friday. Was, like we said, stayed aggressive. Wasn't very productive. There, Amigo passes it right into Jordan Chapman's hand. Can't get started with a break, but there's a foul.
Normally it's the Pilots killing themselves with the turnovers, but here in the first quarter, the Dreamers being very, very sloppy on the offensive end. Just a lot of careless, unnecessary turnovers that I'm sure the coaching staff is not too thrilled with.
For the rest of 2 minutes and 21 seconds, the Pilots will also be in the bonus. Chapman played the most minutes for the Pilots at 41:08. Makes his first free throw. Got most of his scoring actually at the line, 6 for 7.
Yeah, he's had a nice start to the game. Obviously doing it for the free throw line, finishing at the rim in transition. Already has a three-pointer. Yeah, the Pilots definitely not taking game one's loss to heart.
The Pilots now with a man-to-man look. Walko breaks free on the left side. His shot too strong. Gets his rebound right back. Little dump pass to Derek. Nice second chance point.
That's what I was just saying. Derek's just got to know that Quincy's going to help on every drive. He's just got to be an available receiver. He should have some layup opportunities there in the paint.
Guandayo with a little bit of space on Amigo, but choosing to drive anyways. Now Davis with his new improved three-point shot leaves it short. The Pilots are definitely putting a lot of emphasis on getting body contact with Tucker early. Here's the backdoor pass, and nobody was guarding Amigo. More points for him.
Yeah, weak side defender just got caught ball watching Amigo. Great backdoor cut. Nice find off that pick and roll.
Walko applying the pressure. Got switched on to Jordan Chapman. Screen with Davis, and with the underneath, can't get it. Tipped up, and Davis coaxes a jump ball. So fighting a lot harder in this one, a little bit more success.
See?
38-year-old veteran against Randall Walko, 22-year-old rookie. Dreamers basketball under a minute. Tighter contest here. Amigo with a middle floater. Tough shot. Davis with another rebound. He'll start the break. The looking Manuel's way. Can't get it yet. Missed shot. Aji goes down on Guandayo, trying to fight for the rebound.
Yeah, as tight as they were calling in the first half of this first quarter, they've started letting a lot of stuff go here in the second half. That time, easy call. Guandayo taking out Aji on that offensive rebound opportunity. But just seeing Amigo and Manuel go at it in the paint, that's playoff basketball.
Because on the rebound, it's a loose ball foul. So there'll be free throws for Aji Ling Junji. In the season, he averages 71%. You see another look at that one. Worried he got hurt. Just making sure it was foul call on his opponent. There's a made free throw. Guandayo back to the bench.
Yeah, Aji getting the home crowd cheer here. Back to his college hometown. Obviously a crowd favorite despite being the opponent today.
And there's some cheers as he misses the second. 23-19. Pilots didn't score in the 20s until the fourth quarter on Friday. Offline is in the game, number 23. Dishing it to Ayao. Tries another middle jumper and got that one. Here comes Achi to beat the shot clock. Can't get it. So 23 to 21. I guess we should say the Pilots got to be happy with how that first quarter shook out. They had some early fouls, but the Dreamers, on the other hand, turning the ball over so many times. Will be a tight contest, at least heading into the second quarter.
Obviously, much better performance here from both teams. Looks to be a good game 2 we have on hand for us today, Rob. Back after this.
海豹您就把它收下来。拿到球的，等一下到我们记录台后方找工作人员来报到。中场要有一些运球上篮的基本条件挑战，才有机会来拿到我们全球人寿所提供的精美纪念品。 精彩赛事要来进入第2节。
Welcome back to the broadcast. COVID cases are on the rise again. Be sure to stay smart and take precautions. Contact your local medical professionals for information on how to get vaccinated. Here in Taiwan, Taoyuan Arena opened up to the capacity of 5,000 that they set for Taoyuan Pilots basketball games. They get started with the basketball. Ling Zhen, the rookie, number 25, will be playing alongside of Pong Pong. So 2 bigs in the game for the Pilots. Jackie driving the middle, kind of got in the way. With Ling Zhen, there's a foul call on the half.
Yeah, awful spacing there by the Pilots. Teammates driving right into each other, but bailed out by the foul call. Getting 2 shots.
Ling Zhen had major spacing troubles in the first game as well. A better job when he's playing alongside other younger teammates, Sun Siyao.
That's something that these rookies usually have a lot of trouble with. Again, they can remember plays, they know how to do those, but when everything breaks down and you just start playing, you got to know how to get out of your teammates' way and give them an opportunity to score.
Made free throw by Jackie. Now we have a tied game after the first possession. Cross pass to Wako. They're ping-ponging around to Amigo. His shot pulling off a little bit. He was the top scorer of the game in the first quarter, 5 for 9, and there's a made shot.
And that's something we've seen these Dreamers have trouble with all season. Again, just getting matched up in transition, nobody picking up the ball. Ayao with all day to shoot that 3-pointer from the top of the key, leading to this early timeout from the Dreamers.
你的飞行怎么那么痛苦啊 ？Flycan 挥挥手 ，Hello 美女。 林正的粉丝，你带着林正一起飞嘛？这一位拉得非常近的朋友。
The fans here in Taoyuan decided to be here in the Plus League playoffs. Of course, remember, COVID-19 and the local cluster in Taoyuan prevented the Pilots from having fans inside for 8 games, which came in the string of 11 straight home games in that first half of the season. Here we see Chen Taishin, sitting courtside on the opposite side of the floor than the bench where he usually is, but he's got a little bit more responsibilities entertaining some of the courtside attendees.
He's obviously a little bit happier with today's performance.
They're really going. At least keeping it tight. There's Tucker springing open on the right side.
As long as these Dreamers are patient against that Pilot zone, they're going to have opportunities. Again, that time, great job swinging to the weak side of the floor, finding a wide open Tucker.
They love running a cross-screening action. Now Sijing out with a tough layup. Randall Wako, the one defending and hurrying down the floor. Give and go with Tucker. He's fouled and can't get the roll.
Yeah, and we've seen that chemistry between Aji and Tucker grow this entire season. Obviously, both natural point guards. Aji doing a good job playing with Tucker. Cutting off the ball. Not able to get the layup to roll in, but 2 shots at the line.
Professor Tucker makes the first free throw. Of course, the Dreamers, one of the best prepared teams against a zone defense, you would think, with so many three-point shooters. But of course, I think anybody would like to score with less defenders back in transition. 2 for 2. Ayao controlling up top. Already a much better performance in this one. Now the Dreamers showing off their own zone defense. Another 3, missed by Ayao. Now Pong, look what I found. Spins into an open layup.
And go off that zone look. Pong doing a good job being active on the boards. Getting 2 points on the offensive glass.
They're driving, dishing underneath. Turning around, still looking. There's Amigo down low, but this time Pong was there. Ayao to Jackie. Anthony Tucker there with the challenge. Nice move in transition. Here comes Aji. Amigo in the right corner, short. Now Anthony Tucker. There's a foul called. Jackie looked like he had a clean block, but maybe something else was going on.
Yeah, back and forth action with a lot of misses in transition under the basket. Ends with 2 more free throws for Anthony Tucker. And again, great effort there, getting the block on one end, offensive rebound, and free throws at the other end.
Brushed him on the hand.
It's something we've talked about this entire season. If you're going to be slapping at the ball, these refs are going to call it regardless whether there's a foul or not. And it's just something that we've seen some of the veterans know that you just go straight up and down, you should be good, but some of the younger players, a little too aggressive on that defensive action.
Kenny Chen, number 23 in the game for Amigo. Anthony Tucker, 9 points, 3 assists already in this one. Make that 10 points. Pilots just get started on offense. Sijing out still with a long dribble. Somehow got it to Lington, and there's another mid layup.
But we see that time the rookie with much better spacing, getting out of Ayao's way, just being in the right place at the right time. Luck yourself into 2 points.
There's Wako against Pong. Lost it, got it back. Now Aji will fire from way deep and hit.
And we continue to see these Dreamers being active cutters against the zone. Off the awkward drive by Wako, Aji finding some open space in there for the 3.
Now that's a charge called on Pong Pong. Receiving it on the inbounds and going all the way, or tried to at least.
Yeah, I think Tucker knew that there's going to be no Euro step from Pong Pong. Pong Pong knows one move, and that's bulldozing over people. Way to sacrifice his body. Second stop in transition for Anthony Tucker this quarter.
Almost knocked the headband off of him. I think the challenge, though, for Pong Pong is on the defensive end. Right now playing one of the forward positions of the zone. Almost had Tucker in a trap, but he got it Stephen Hicks, who blows the layup. Pilots lucky there. Here comes Ayao. Through a lot of defenders. They call a foul on the reach.
Yeah, but as much as they may have an issue with the foul call, again, you can't have one offensive player just drive in the middle of three guys without anybody stopping. Again, you just got to step up, stop ball, give your teammates an opportunity to help.
Out of the baseline, slow again. An easy interception for Stephen Hicks, the top scorer of game 1 with 27. Up ahead to Walco, bounces it out. And a foul call on Kenny. We're a little bit more disciplined to start this quarter, but consecutive fouls for the Dreamers. Manimal will come on for Ling Zhen.
We saw once again on that turnover on the baseline out of bounds, the rookie once again kind of hiding on the weak side. Coaching staff taking him out of the game. Good teaching opportunity here.
Double screen for Ayao. He'll go to the hoop and knock in the tough one.
Yeah, and Ayao's been able to attack that switch aggressively, able to get right around Tucker on that opportunity.
Leave Tucker wide open. He misses left. Stephen Hicks is there and got the and one on the putback.
Yeah, and that's what the Pilots had a lot of trouble with in game 1. Obviously, the rebounding edge very easily went to the Dreamers in that game. Hicks with 5 offensive rebounds. We see another one right there, and the opportunity for a 3-point play.
Jordan Chapman is the only import player for the Pilots. At a size disadvantage against Stephen Hicks. Jordan listed at 196, but seems to be a little bit shorter than that. Stephen Hicks 198. There's another rebound and another foul. This time Pong Pong following up a few missed shots by the Pilots. And here comes Derek back into the game.
Once again, just not a lot of effort there. Getting back in transition defense. Pong Pong able to get the defensive rebound and trot his way into an offensive rebound. Coaching staff obviously not happy getting Derek back in there for a little help defensively.
At the line is Pong Pong, Chen Guanquan. Makes the first free throw. On the season, averaging 84% at the line. Popular comic in Asia is the Slam Dunk series, where the senior member of the team, Sumu Shougang, they call him the Gorilla, and some people call Pong Pong that.
Just learning things left and right here today, Ryan.
Walco driving, meeting him is Ayao, and Manimal comes away with the rebound. Good team defense. Let's see if it leads to points. Chapman from the right side bouncing it out. Jackie flying in and buying a foul from the referees. Anthony Tucker will be called.
Pilots just hustling themselves into positions to get foul called. Not sure what Tucker did right there.
He's pleading his case. He was trying to go up and down.
I'm not sure why that's a foul on Anthony Tucker, but hey, not the first time I've been at odds with a referee's decision.
Part of it could be Jackie, after the contact, was down for a little bit.
Taiwanese basketball. You embellish that action, more than often you'll get that call.
Bouncing that in, and it brings his point total to 6.
Yeah, but that last possession against the zone, not much movement there for the Dreamers. Just kind of passing around the perimeter. Rough drive for Walko. Not able to make the shot. See what they do on this next possession.
Only 1 for 2 for the former Dreamer and Jackie Sangkeng-yu. Derek holding, looking. Now Kenny will try a shot from the right side. Rush, rebound. Here come the Pilots. Missed layup by Jackie. Kenny was nearby. Much better effort in transition. Eye out will fire away, too strong. Slow going in the second quarter. Just reaching the 6.5-minute mark. Active hands, here come the Pilots. Eye out through the middle, there's 2 points and the lead.
Again, these Dreamers just kind of killing themselves in transition defense, whether it's off a missed three-pointer, off a turnover. These Pilots just getting out and running every possession.
There's Walko, free on the left side. Feel a little bit more pressure mounting against the Dreamers.
Yeah, but this is somewhere where Kenny's got to understand that he's got to be a cutter against that zone. Again, this Pilots defense not even paying any attention to him on the weak side. He's much better as a cutter as opposed to a shooter.
Now the step back and a jump pass and another. Here comes Ayal. Leaves it short. Decent look. Pilots come away with nothing. Tucker almost caught him in the air.
And this is where the Dreamers, that's where they get in trouble, just standing around the perimeter, hoping for a good look, not finding it, just leading to Pilots' offensive opportunities.
Funny enough, sometimes in those situations, they're looking for Aji, Ling Junji, to hit a deep 3. Can't do that on that last possession. Poked away, here come the Dreamers. Tucker, fouled by Jordan Chapman from behind. The physicality ratcheted up a whole nother level in this one.
Yeah, but once again, off a bad turnover. Easy call with the foul right there. We see the Dreamers making a couple adjustments, getting Hicks and Amigo back in the game, hoping for a little bit of movement against this Pilot zone because they've become very, very stagnant.
Few substitutions for both teams. Coach Kyle Julius counts on Amigo to get things stabilized. He's in the game, number 6. Running out the free throw.
We talked about breaking the zone defense. It can't just be passes around the perimeter. We've already seen Amigo with a couple nice drives, a couple nice cuts. And that's something you got to do. Again, Pompong's coming up in the middle against this zone every time. There should be room along the baseline for nice cuts and layup opportunities.
Anthony Tucker was previously perfect at the line. Only 1 for 2 on that trip. Here's a floated give and go. Back to Pompong. He'll try a 3 and he splashes it.
Yeah, just a nice job by the gorilla. Sealing Anthony Tucker on that handoff. Finding himself some open space on the perimeter.
Now hold on, Coach. You spent some time in Japan. You never read the Slam Dunk series?
I cannot say that I'm very familiar with the Slam Dunk series.
Now there's Stephen Hicks with a wild shot. He got hit on that play. Slow to get up. Ayal will shoot the mid-range on transition. Stephen Hicks initially had a little bit of a limp, now receives down low. Up top, and there's a nice alley-oop connection.
And that's the difference between having Amigo and Kenny Chen in there. Again, Amigo, good job there, cutting from one side of the zone to the other, just occupying defenders. Nice find right there by Anthony Tucker.
The other way, they try to go with a mismatch against Achi, who commits the foul first.
Yeah, Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there from the Dreamers. Probably should have been Amigo there taking that switch. Instead, Aji gets stuck there, called for the foul, and now he's going to think about it on the bench.
On the other side, Quincy Davis is coming in for Pong Pong. They need a little bit more length in that zone defense. Davis played for almost 5 minutes in the first quarter. Definitely curious as to what his minutes will be in this one.
I'm sure those minutes will start to creep up if this has ended up being a close game. Obviously, last game was not really in doubt after halftime, so fewer minutes on the court for Quincy Davis. If this continues to be a back and forth battle, may see Quincy in there in the fourth quarter.
Missed free throw. Here come the Dreamers. Pilots with a 3-point lead. Hicks putting the moves on. Jordan Chapman spins and runs into Manimal, leaves it short, and there's a nice putback by Derek.
And again, we've seen the adjustment. Derek lately in the second quarter just doing a good job of being around the rim. That time being there for the putback as the Pilots have a nice little outlet to a, I don't even know what to call that, Ryan. Was that a dunk?
I think it was, let's call that a pop shot. It popped out of his hands and into the basket.
Hey, 2 points is 2 points as the Dreamers retake the lead here.
In the regular season, Anthony Tucker was the leading scorer of the league with 27 a game, including 4 occasions of scoring in the 40s.
I don't know why the broadcasting truck wants to keep showing us replays of this awkward dunkability. I think I could do that one, Ryan.
Maybe we could see that at halftime, Coach. They have some on-court activities.
I definitely could not do that. Sorry, Anthony.
If not for today, maybe on Wednesday in Zampa. I've been told they will have, as part of the league's collaboration with Hongjiaten, the electric scooter company. Look forward to that going into the future. 42-41, kind of that Dreamers Pilots game from the first half of the season. The two teams playing really tight.
We can see the Dreamers, after getting Amigo and Stephen Hicks back in the game, obviously a lot more effective offensively, just cutting against that zone. Getting a little better defensively, able to retake the lead. Pilots trying to take care of this last 3 minutes of the first half and go into halftime with some solid momentum.
On the floor is Davis, Chapman, Jackie, Susmingao, and Pong Pong for the Pilots. For the Dreamers, Stephen Hicks, Anthony Tucker, Amigo, Derek Lee, and Randall Wonko. Jump down low to Pong Pong. He's trying to put on the moves with a bank shot. Can't get it to go. Stephen Hicks going to be looking for an explanation on that one.
Yeah, nice look on the timeout. High-low from Q to Pong Pong. Obviously a combination that those two are very familiar with. A lot of confusion over that foul, but hey, Pong Pong will take those 2 free throws.
So caught in the air, so more free throws for the Pilots. Already 10 for 15 at the line. They took only 15 free throws in game 1 on Friday.
We've seen the Pilots just being much more aggressive, not just offensively, but also on the defensive end.
Andy Tucker got by Ayal, but missed the open shot.
Yeah, that's something where Q's definitely going to step up every time. Should be opportunities for those bigs.
Double on Quincy Davis, leaves Jackie open, but he misses the 3. Stephen Hicks driving and laying it in. Derek nearby with the steal.
Yeah, Derek doing a good job just spreading the floor, occupying the defense, allowing Hicks the easy layup opportunity.
Nice steal attempt by Derek. Sloppy pass from Jordan Chapman. Tucker double deflected that pass. Now Derek Taishin and lays it in with the left hand.
Again, just nice find by Tucker. Great cut by Amigo. Little touch pass to Derek. Great team offense there by the Dreamers.
We reached under 2 minutes in the first half. Now a rainbow pass, a holding foul. So more free throws.
It's one of the bigger issues we've seen these Dreamers have with defensively this whole season. They do a good job of getting to fronts, but sometimes there's just not enough ball pressure to affect that pass. Again, we know that Derek's obviously at a disadvantage against Q, but if you let that pass get in there perfectly, it's going to be even tougher.
Made free throw by Davis, who complimented his improved three-point shooting.
You complimented his improved three-point shooting. He was, what was he, 0 for 2 today?
Well, it was only 67% on the season. There's Walko with a quick shot in transition. Stephen Hicks picks up the loose board, can't get the putback, and out of bounds off the Dreamers.
The Dreamers very confused with the lack of a foul call there. After that ticky-tack contact on Hicks' foul, nothing called there. Obviously, the coaching staff not all thrilled with this performance by the referees today.
I believe Amigo, there it is, with the technical foul. 3 personal fouls. Jordan Chapman at the line. Puts it in. There. The Pilots is playing with a lot more fight.
Yeah, they've done a good job. Again, attacking through their bigs, doing high-lows from the top where it's a little bit harder to help from the weak side. Again, much more spirit here by these Pilots.
Zijiao, so dribbling that basketball away. Now it's Pompom's turn. What power? Looks like another offensive foul. This time Amigo receiving the blow.
Amigo following Anthony Tucker's lead, sacrificing his body, getting in the way of Pom Pom. Something not easy to do. Pom Pom with a nice little discard with the left hand. That's going to be his second.
Foul totals for a lot of players totaling up. Pom Pom's second personal. Trying to swing it around again. Derek looking. It'll be 3 seconds. 3 stagnant were the Dreamers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Walko's had trouble with against the zone. He's had trouble finding Anthony Tucker on that weak side. Missed him a couple times. Again, good job by the Pilots of cutting off that pass. But again, when you start swinging the ball, got to find that way how to get it to Anthony Tucker on the weak side.
Now less than a minute. Animal hands off to Chapman. With a screen and roll through the middle. His hook shot no good. Dreamers get the Pilots settled. Low pass down to Hicks. He bodies and gets the shot to go.
Hicks, as always, finding a way to go through contact. Pilots here with a chance for the last shot of the first half.
Mayao rejects the screen. Now gets a switch on. Lead the way, Derek. Crossing over, now shooting the wild fadeaway. Nothing but air.
We've seen it this whole game. Derek done a good job on an island, one-on-one against those mismatches. Does it the last possession of the first half there. Much better game today for both teams.
That improvement is gradual, but down by 2 in the first quarter, and down by 1 in the second quarter. We head to halftime, the Plus League playoffs. Game 2 is on our way. Halftime after this.
是我的语言，霸气是爱的表现，为你生活加持天边，微风像破旧了天白不遮掩，所谓不散的联系，不过是小小考验，再困难看你一眼，能量瞬间加满，大步勇敢往前，在面前就像初恋，抬头看着你的双眼，我想你会害羞，或需要一点 Love you every day， 一点点对面我也不会厌倦 Love you every day， 有你在身边什么都不会变 Love you every day， 快乐每一天陪你直到永远 Stay with me， 从此不再孤单，我会永远做你的 Q-Tan Love you every day， 一点点对面我也不会厌倦 Love you every day， 有你在身边什么都不会变 Love you every day， 快乐每一天陪你直到永远 Stay with me， 从此不再孤单，我会永远做你的 Q-Tan。Rock you every day, rock you every day, rock you every day, rock you every day。
掌声，谢谢 Rakuten Girls， 还有全球人寿吉祥物热火宝，谢谢你们。来，我们中场时间第一组的 PK， 我们总共有8位，我们先到场中间这边来，好不好？先露个脸，8位都上来，8位都上来。然后我们一组，第二组，我们在旁边预备准备看一下。第一组是。先跟各位说一下游戏规则，因为新疆可能不知道，我们要从底线出发，拿手做到对面，不要上网拿，不要进，然后并手到那个这边，进了之后再结束，谁先赢就获胜。先跟你们说一下游戏啊，第一轮被淘汰的话只有记忆点，那第二轮再来分输赢，赢的有我们的全国人寿提供的非常基本的3000号，那输的我们会送我们领航员的冠军。可以哈，所以输赢都有奖品，来这边预备，除了第一组的。2位请到我们的底线准备，然后其他你们可以先看一下。第2组呢？第3组呢？第4组 ，OK。第1轮输的有分没有？好，来，先停止啊。好，你对到这。1个1 2 ready go， 说 go， 就可以开始打，然后我们就看判断谁对方，我就在底线等各位。预备。加油！喜欢对，一定要进哦。没进，好了，你看。
Welcome back to the action. The first halftime here. I'm Ryan Chen along with Coach Ben, your English commentary for this Plus League playoff game. The playoffs means the Plus League is on social media and that machine is on overdrive. Follow on Instagram, p.league.official, Twitter, p_league_en. And like the Facebook page, P.LEAGUE with a plus symbol, and message the account to get a personalized experience for the chatbot. On the screen is Corey and Mark, the Mandarin broadcasters. Over here, we've been looking over the box scores, Coach, and the biggest thing that stands out to me is even though their turnovers decreased in the second quarter, the Pilots were still hanging in there with their defense and their effort.
Pilots obviously with a much better effort today in all aspects of the game. We've seen it with a lot of fouls defensively, but again, that aggression's created 10 turnovers for the Dreamers, and then offensively, they've just been able to get to the line, already getting there 19 times there in the first half. But again, a lot more spirited effort after the embarrassing effort in that game one.
Now, the only weakness is the offensive rebounding, which is to be expected of all zone defense, the Dreamers with 9. Now, on the other end of the floor, looking at Pong Pong with 13 points, leads the team, and importantly, being aggressive and playing tough on the interior as well.
Yeah, obviously, knowing that these Dreamers are going to switch a lot of these actions, Pong Pong just doing a good job attacking. Again, sealing guys on the post, even getting around some guys on drives from the perimeter. Obviously, Pong Pong after his last performance, ready to get back to the normal pump that everybody's grown to love.
Now somebody they probably like to see a little bit more aggressive is Manimal. Liao Dongqi only has one shot attempt, maybe a little bit shy, only 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's somebody, you know, that when you start struggling from the free throw line, you start shying away from contact, not trying to get back to the free throw line. But Manimal always does it effort-wise, contributing with 5 rebounds, a team high so far. Again, it's been an overall team effort here for these Pilots in the first half.
There's the statistics from the first half. The field goal percentage a little bit closer. 3-pointers for the Dreamers haven't fallen at a prolific rate, probably close to their season average of 30%. Now the rebounding, that's where their big advantage has been on both ends of the floor. And then assists and turnovers been kind of close. Though the Dreamers in this series have been better at passing the basketball and finding the open guy.
Yeah, they seem to do a good job against man defenses. Again, with Tucker able to start the action at the point. Today they struggled a little bit against the zone. It was much better when Amigo's in there making cuts, able to get to the basket, bend the defense a little bit, get some opportunities for some more people. So I'm sure that's something that this coaching staff is talking to with them right now in the locker room.
Importantly, the Dreamers usually play short rotations. We're seeing it tonight. More halftime analysis. Be back after this. Before the regular season concluded, I spoke with the import players of the Plus League. You can see that episode of 联盟忙什么 on our YouTube page, P.LEAGUE. Or if you're interested in the on-court action, watch the compilation of all the top plays that the Plus League collects every week. That and more on the Plus League YouTube page, P.LEAGUE, once again. Tonight, a much closer contest between the Dreamers and Pilots, locked in a battle. Game 2 of 5 in this playoff series to determine the team moving on to the finals, where the Taipei Fubon Braves lay in wait. Now the scoring rankings from the first half for the Dreamers: Anthony Tucker on top with 13, followed by Amigo with his early scoring, 11 points in the first half. Stephen Hicks with 10, Derek and Achi, Ling Junji with 6 apiece. Now for the Pilots, Pompon leads the way with 13, followed by Si Jingyao, the team captain. And after him is Jordan Chapman with 8, the shooter. And so Jackie Zhang Keyu has 6. Lin Zhen, the rookie, has 2. Talk about the Dreamers like playing with short rotations, and actually Derek Lee, though, not playing a lot of all of the minutes in this one, giving him a little bit more of a blow, trying going with a little bit of more wings on the floor.
Yeah, it's something luxury that these Dreamers have not had all season. Normally, Derek's got to be in there against the Tabid, a big Z. But now, obviously, with the Pilots, with some imports out, Derek can finally get some rest and pave the way for Amigo to do what he did. Scoring the first 11 points of the game and then decided he was being too selfish and let Tucker and Hicks kind of take over. So, nice start there for the Dreamers in the first half.
For the Pilots, they are rotating kind of the same 10 guys as they did on Friday, with Quincy Davis only playing about 2 minutes in the second quarter. We'll see how his minutes total shake out.
Yeah, the Pilots doing a good job making some adjustments. Obviously, they keep getting denied on the perimeter, doing a nice job making some back cuts, finding some open space, and then their bigs, led by Pom Pom, just being very aggressive offensively, able to take advantage of mismatches, step out on the perimeter and make some threes. Much better showing for the Pilots so far today.
Now, if they hit their season average of about 30% from three-point range, it'd be a tie game. So far, 4 for 15. Sijing out, only 1 for 6 in this one so far. Wonder if they don't, hopefully they don't run out of time before he gets to show off his skill. The April MVP was surprised by his child and mother showing up to the game on Friday in the pregame ceremony to honor his achievement. See if he has a real bounce back performance in this game and in the future of the series. We'll be back with the second half. Halftime coming to a close. The players getting their last bit of instructions and the fans making their way back to their seats. Kind of wonder, Coach, what the Pilots have in terms of counters, because they play a very set style and their roster kind of is formed in that way where flexibility is not the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, they've made some good adjustments here in the first half, offensively and defensively, but their biggest adjustment was playing harder. Yeah, both on the defensive and offensive side, just hustling, getting their hands on loose balls, getting their way into some hustle fouls from the Dreamers, and that's something that they need more than anything else. So any X's and O's, it doesn't really matter if you're not hustling. So that's something I'm sure they're going to come out here in the second half and keep that up.
I don't think hustle is the important key for the Dreamers, but focus certainly is. talked about 8 turnovers in the first quarter, just 2 in the second. Of course, the 9 offensive rebounds, good indicator of how willing they are to get in there and get mixed up.
Yeah, after winning the last game by about 1 million points, easy to give a little bit of a letdown to start game 2. I'm sure that the coaching staff reminded them in the halftime that every game is a new start, so the second half is a new start as well for them.
Pilots get started with the basketball. Guan Nayo is in there. The starters for the Pilots and the starters for the Dreamers. Backdoor doesn't open up, so they switch it. Guan Nayo, killer from the left side, missing.
You said it, Ryan. Something that these Dreamers talked about at halftime. Obviously, better job off that back door.
Amigo left open in the corner. His shot short. Pong Pong rushes the rebound to a teammate.
Yeah, after that hot start from Amigo, really cooling down there.
They shoot the ball around. Now things slow down with Ayao. Chapman working right, his preferred side. Now left open, beating the shot clock. Rims out. Couple missed opportunities for the Pilots. Now Stephen Hicks tries to take it. Amigo high with the rebound and fouled on his way down.
Hicks continuing to struggle from three-point land today, 0 for 4 so far. Nice hustle there by Amigo to give the Dreamers another offensive possession.
On the game, the Dreamers only 6 for 22. Tucker looking for Derek's screen. Even against the zone. Amigo working through the middle, finding some space and long steps, left-handed layup.
Again, he's been the one guy who's been able to drive into the middle of the Pilots defense, regardless zone or man. Good job there, getting into the middle.
2 screens and a handoff. Backdoor to Chapman. Now swinging around. Ayao's got a shot from the right side, leaves it short.
But once again, Pom Pom creating offense with those handoffs.
Now touch pass. Amigo looks off the shot. Over in the corners, Kenny drives. Pilots get their hands on it.
Yeah, but again, that's somewhere where Kenny's got to understand that he's much better as a cutter. Again, just spotting up on the wing. Really not a threat there offensively.
The Pilots adamant about a challenge, but the referees say Dreamers basketball. Now Amigo will try to step out. Tucker with a long rebound. Action's nice and furious. Kenny left open. Little 2-man game on that weak side.
Yeah, good job finding the open spot. And that's something where we talked about these Pilots struggle to control the defensive glass. So these long rebounds are something that they have to get under control. Again, anything where big men are just out jumping them, you can live with those, but those long rebounds, that's something that you got to get if you want to have a chance to win.
Kenny Chen with his first points in the game. Manimal open underneath with a dribble and with a baby hook.
Nice little finish over Hicks. Good for Manimal. Finally getting himself on the board with the field goal.
Amigo again cutting the middle. Left Anthony Tucker open, and there's an easy layup.
Yeah, this lineup does such a good job moving without the ball. Obviously, everybody very concerned with Tucker's outside shooting ability there. Great cut.
Now an and one. Manimal lays it in with the right hand. Stephen Hicks with a foul.
Yeah, second time Manimal went right at Hicks. Second time able to get the ball to go down. This time with an opportunity for a three-point play.
That brings Manimal's point total on the evening at 5. He also has 5 rebounds. Stephen Hicks, who committed the foul, his total is at 3. Again, struggle from the line. Dreamers up by 5 points. I was playing through a lot of nicks foul there.
And this is something that the Dreamers have done a lot more in the second half of the season, just taking Tucker off the ball, that time starting out in the corner, getting it off of a handoff, able to get the foul call, and then running into the brick wall that is Pom Pom.
Jackie is the first substitution in the game for the Pilots. Second half, Stephen Hicks leaves the 3 short, long rebound. Anthony Tucker through the middle. There's an alley, a little low, but Stephen Hicks able to make the adjustment.
But once again, it's those long rebounds that these Pilots are struggling with. And that's just a focus, effort, concentration issue.
A little bit of a Dreamers pressure. The Pilots get it over the timeline. A lot of standing around. So Sydney will fire and just missing. Here come the Dreamers. Tucker to Amigo. Through the middle. Now firing it outside. Kenny. No opening yet. So Jackie gets his hand on it. Here comes the Pilots on the break, and he throws it out of bounds because of the bump foul by Professor Tucker in transition.
Kenny getting himself caught up in the air, leading to that break. Tucker with the take foul.
Third personal, and Anthony Tucker. Following week, the Plus League will announce the MVP and the import of the year. Anthony Tucker is a candidate that's often talked about. Jackie will fire in Stephen Hicks' face. Bouncing out Walko, who's fresh in the game, gets the rebound. Tucker will pull up in transition. There's another long rebound right down the middle. Shot clock running down. Tucker to Hicks, who goes backdoor and finishes with the slam. Too easy. A little bit of miscommunication there in the zone, and that'll lead to a timeout.
Let's see. After Tucker got Walko out of that corner, Hicks able to drive right around the defense and get an easy dunk, leading to another Pilots timeout here in the second half.
挥完手要记得做飞行的动作。Fly can， 非常标准。Hello fly can。还有包山哟。
Entertainment Group, 8-3-1, sitting on the baseline, taking in this game. So far in the third quarter, 10-4 is the single quarter score. 2 for 7 are the Pilots. But on the defensive end, a few miscommunications have led to the Dreamers extending on their lead.
Yeah, the biggest issue here in the second half has been those offensive rebounds. Dreamers not shooting well from the field, but just dominating on the offensive glass, giving themselves plenty of opportunities for second chance points.
Dreamers with a soft full court pressure. Wow, it's running down on time. Chime in to Pom Pom with a nice give and go. Lays it in.
Yeah, a good two-man game after swinging to the weak side. Pom Pom with a nice roll and finish.
Let's see what their adjustment is defensively out of the timeout. Walko with Tucker nearby. Nothing open. Amigo down to Derek. He's got Jordan Chapman on him. No foul call, but got it to go.
Yeah, able to go through the contact. Pilots obviously size disadvantage there in the paint. Derek able to take advantage of his
8 points so far in this one. Hong Kong will shoot the 3 on the Sydney House screen. Can't hit.
Pong feeling himself a little bit. A little bit of a heat check for the local big.
Little outside in, Stephen Hicks. Can't finish, but Manuel there with a foul.
And this is where we saw in the first half, the Pilots were running the Dreamers out of the gym, getting every transition opportunity. Here in the second half, it's been the exact opposite. Dreamers able to get that first trailer down, second trailer opportunities. Now Hicks at the line for 2 more. Lineup changes for the Pilots.
3 new guys are coming in. Quincy Davis, Chen Qinghuan, Ahuan, and Killer Kwan. Now Stephen Hicks steps up to the line. Rolling it out. Only 2 for 4 at the line, 6 for 15 in the game. 3 top scorers for the Dreamers in the teens. Other teammates lagging far behind. Guan Dayo through the middle will get it out to Ahuan, his rainbow. This is left. Now Tucker will fire in transition and roll it in.
Yeah, that's where it's so difficult to pick Tucker up when he's off the ball in transition. These Dreamers do a good job of having people other than him bring the ball up. Really tough to defend.
Guan Dayo looks off the shot, will hand off to Jackie. He hits. That's a 2-pointer. Little small action. Walko terminates the dribble. Amigo. Nothing yet. Bad spacing by the Pilots until Stephen Hicks screens 3, and he hits.
Derek saving that possession, flashing high. Able to swing the ball out to the weak side. Hicks finally able to get one to go from the 3-point line.
Now, oops, it's Chen who dishes off to Manimal. I thought there was an opening already. Davis fighting but can't finish. He's frustrated with himself.
Yeah, great screen initially by Q to start that possession off. Unable to finish though.
Now challenge at the hoop with Amigo. Now out of bounds off the Pilots.
Hicks just continuing to dominate on the glass, both on the offensive and defensive ends. Just getting caught a little bit too far behind the rim. Easy block right there for Q, but stays Dreamers ball.
On this night, only 1 block for the Dreamers, 2 for the Pilots. Derek moving in the middle where there's a lot of traffic. Instead of going with the corner shot. Early screen, but not open. Manimal tried the other side. His flip shot, can't get it. Davis, 2 tips, 3 tips, and finally got it.
Yeah, great job by Q off that initial screen. And then sealing the defender and then tipping it about 3 times, padding those stats.
Pick and roll, Amigo missing his opportunity, and Jackie pushes it to a teammate. Kickball in transition, the Pilots will get a chance to breathe. Looking fatigued.
Anthony Tucker's done a good job in transition defense this game with a couple stops, a nice block, nice charge that time with the Pele kick. A good defensive effort by the Dreamers guard.
Guanayo on the handoff, shoots his 3. Still struggling from the outside. In transition, finally going out of bounds off of the Dreamers. Walko with the closest one.
Yeah, kind of got shoved out of bounds, but incidental contact on that long touchdown pass. Go back to the Pilots.
Achi in for Stephen Hicks. I believe that's his first appearance in the second half. He's guarding Guandayo tightly. Two rookies going at it. Now Tucker got around and steals it. Wako, not in too much of a hurry. Now down low, can't finish. A lot of pilots nearby and a foul call finally. Well, you think the youngster could have handled that transition a little better.
But that's the effort. I mean, at the end, it's Wako, one guy under the rim, 4 pilots around him. He's still able to get that offensive rebound, still able to draw the foul. And again, that sense of urgency we saw in the first half from the Pilots just not there so far in the third quarter.
Main shot. We just received the note that today's attendance, 4,758. Dreamers fans, Pilots fans, Plus League fans. Made free throw for Wako. That'll give Jordan Chapman a chance to step on the floor.
Yes. What may be the final home game for these Pilots this season. Nice for them to get a good home crowd out to support this team.
Chapman in the corner. Brush it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's something that these Dreamers tend to do. After any free throw, you got to be ready for full court press, half court trap. That time, Pilots lucky.
Very quick rest for Derek. Or for Stephen Hicks, I should say. He subs out Derek. Going Guandayo with a post up. That leads to a Davis 3. He leaves it short. Manuel there. Not going with a reload. Jack will fire from 2 on the other side. Davis still struggling with a putback 2 times, 3 times. Got the basketball now. Slow with it. And another putback. Just not his series. Getting healthy applause from the crowd, but I'm sure he'd like 2 points instead. Stephen Hicks with a tough finish around Q.
Yeah, Q just no lift after coming back from that injury. Able to tip it up, but not able to get it to go there, and then Hicks finishing over him on the other end.
Achi with a reaching foul. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the rebound. I'm losing count, Coach. Somebody give me a clicker.
Well, if you're an optimist, that's a lot of offensive rebounds. If you're a pessimist, it's a lot of missed layups.
Their coaches hate missed layups.
No, not the Dreamers coaches.
Guandayo still can't hit. Now there's another offensive rebound, but this time poked into the hand by Pong Pong. Running out of time. They go to Davis down low, and there's a foul. Somewhere in the switch, had a foul.
Yeah, Pilots getting bailed out there in a pretty ugly possession. Nice find right there by Guandayo. Davis with the vet move, hooking Amigo, his national team teammate, saving that possession and getting Amigo's 4th foul called on him.
A little bit more time put back on the shot clock. Guandayo narrowly avoids Achi's leap and lays it in.
Yeah, we've seen these Pilots going at Achi on the offensive end. Obviously, a little slighter in frame than anybody the Pilots have. Good job by Guandayo being patient, getting him up in the air.
Achi moves into the short corner, but the ball skips the other way. Here comes Amigo down the middle. Tucker will fire for 3. Too strong, and looks like they missed a push on Stephen Hicks.
Yeah, I don't really know what the refs were looking at. We got the 2-hand push by Guandayo. All I can say is that the refs maybe thought it was a little bit of an acting job, as we see the aforementioned Guandayo with a nice up and under move.
He's one of the best footworks for a guard in the league. There's the jump ball. Jordan Chapman getting 2 hands and a calf involved in that one. Tucker will fire again. Missing, but getting his own offensive rebound. Jumping. Clean with the block. The Pilots come away with it. Now here's the long bounce pass. Jordan Chapman to the rim. Walker there. Can't stop him.
Yeah, Jordan Chapman shown the ability to finish through contact at the rim, especially in transition. Done it a couple times this game. Nice finish over the athletic Walker.
Amigo through the middle. Back to Aji. He'll try it. Down low to Stephen Hicks. Nice find in the reverse.
And that's been the difference here in the second half. Aji, Tucker, Amigo, all willing to drive against that zone and not just be shooters. Good job of getting Q to come up, and then nice find for Hicks on the baseline.
A little bit overcrowded on that side, but there's a dump pass, and Quincy Davis couldn't get the layup. Got the second attempt.
With another offensive rebound there. Quincy continues the Moses Malone stat pattern.
There's almost a made deep shot by Amigo. That'll end the quarter. The Pilots coach is already working out what their plan is for the fourth. They find themselves down by 11. Fortunate to make that last shot of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. The Plus Leagues playoff is underway. Game 2. We'll be back after this. Back here in Taoyuan. Game 3 is this Wednesday, April 28th in Changhua. Purchase tickets on the iBond network. Search Taishin Dreamers for Formosa Taishin Dreamers. Or watch the game right here on YouTube. Coach, that third quarter was a tale of different basketball games. The Pilots, only 8 for 28. That's 28%, and only one trip to the free throw line on that and-win attempt by Manimal.
Yeah, we talked about all the good things that they did in the first half. They kind of disappeared there in the second half. And adding on those offensive rebounding issues that they had, find themselves down 11 at home.
Kind of fortunate the Dreamers only 2 for 11 from three-point range. Eye out to the basket to Manimal. He dribbles his way out of the interior. Jordan Chapman with a tough floater.
Yeah, but once again, Derek doing a good job moving his feet. Pilots not able to go at him on those mismatches.
A little bit to our surprise, Lingza, number 25, is the center in for the Pilots. Aji will shoot from top and splash it down.
Yeah, this game is kind of broken open a little bit. As soon as Aji got in the game, the pace has really picked up, and Pilots doing a good job breaking these zones.
Manimal couldn't finish, and Lington out with the rebound. Achi will float it, and when they fall, they come in bunches.
Again, just changing the pace of the game. Again, not just in transition, but even in the half court, just moving the ball. Great job by the rookie point guard.
Scoring the first 5 points of this fourth quarter. Manimal, without a jump shot, caught in a little bit of trouble.
Something where the Dreamers were chasing on that screen in the first half. Now they're finally going under. Manimal obviously not a threat to shoot from distance.
Amigo looks off a shot, gets it to Derek. Manimal on him, size advantage. Here comes Tucker to Walko. His shot, too strong. A little bit of a funny tie-up between Guanayo and Amigo, both playing the hand check game. Now Jordan Chapman with a tough reverse, can't spin it in. Now trying to back down Achi, ball through the hands of Manimal. Slipping out, playing through a lot of bumps. Will try his own reverse, and Clyde's got to work on that.
Yeah, and that's a shot where he normally shoots that three-pointer. Obviously lacking for confidence there, missing the layup.
Amigo comes away with it, and it is fouled by Guandayo.
Yeah, Amigo and Guandayo have been going at it the entire game. Rookie not backing down from anybody. Right there, going after the ball in transition and getting called for another foul. His fourth.
Kenny Chen, number 23, is in the game. Camera angle by our partners at Momo TV. Through the middle. Fortunate for the Dreamers. Bounces back to a teammate. There's Derek. Wellington got a blow to the face.
Yeah, but again, Derek finally making his way into the paint. Able to finish off that cut.
That'll be a timeout for the Pilots. A 7-0 run in the fourth quarter for the Dreamers. Wellington getting his blows. They'll take a break, talk it over, and be back with the rest of this fourth quarter. The Taoyuan fans are having a good time, but the team not having one in the fourth. Getting a replay of what happened. The left hand into Lington's face. And Derek layup.
Yeah, the rookie big a little bit late on that rotation after falling down earlier in the possession. Looks like he'll get some medical attention, and coaching staff putting Quincy Davis back in the game and hopefully saving this game.
Next to him is Sun Xiao. Both guys went to Songsan High School at different times. The green shield they're called for their defensive prowess. Dump pass, but Su Jingyao was thinking about the shot before securing the basketball out of bounds.
Yeah, just a very uncharacteristic performance in the playoffs for Ayao.
Pilots been stuck at 61 points since the end of the third. Tucker with a tough layup. Davis was there to challenge him. A little loose with the basketball. Davis on the give and go. Get fouled first before Su Jingyao will try a warm-up three. No.
Ayao looks exhausted out there. He did everything he could in that first half to keep them close, and looks a little bit gassed here in the fourth quarter.
In this one, he has 8 points, 2 of 8 shooting. Juanayo doesn't want to, but now gives it to Davis on the block. Making foot to the other side and just dropped the basketball.
Yeah, Q just doesn't really have the strength there. Derek able to just push him over to the other side of the lane. Q losing the ball out of the bounds.
The two of them had their battles in the Super Basketball League. But right now, Derek, the healthier and better condition of the two. Hand off, Tucker to Kenny. As the Dreamers are looking to attack the man defense by the Pilots. To the corner, easy blow by Kenny. Challenge at the rim, contact out of bounds.
Yeah, nice left-handed block right there by Q. Shows you don't need to jump to be a good defender. Right place, right time, good positioning. Able to get that block.
There, you received the contact and then went for the basketball. Chamin, after the screen, has Walko. They're still looking Quincy Davis's way.
Q's an interesting player to play with. A great job of sealing, but has to have teammates who are ready to look for him. Some of these teammates now really not familiar with his timing, not able to give him the ball when he has an advantage, as we see Manimal proving that he has an advantage there in the paint, once again finding himself at the free throw line.
More often than not, teams like to go at Kenny Chen, not only because of his size, but also his tendency to reach a lot. Quincy Davis will head to the bench. Pong Pong will take his spot.
Yeah, Kenny, a very willing defender, sometimes gets in trouble with, like you said, those reaches. Gets a little over-aggressive, but obviously somebody that Coach Julius trusts out there on the court, and somebody's willing to put his body on the line.
Well, these little things add up. 4 free throw shooting by Ling Yaozong and Manimal. 1 for 6. Make that 1 for 7. Add that to their 2 for 24 3-point shooting. 37% 2-point shooting. Big deficit. So Walko's got a chance. Derek lost it out of bounds, but that was an offensive board on Sijin Yao.
Yeah, these Dreamers have dominated the offensive glass here in the second half. Coach Julius going with one import on the court at a time. Trying to get some of these locals a little bit more time here and preparations for their long playoff journey ahead of them.
Stephen Hicks replaces Anthony Tucker, and Quincy Davis will come on for Manimal. Nice look off and spin, but Sijin Yao lost the basketball with Stephen Hicks.
Yeah,
laid on it while he was out of bounds.
Great help defensive there. Able to get there and cut off the baseline with the little Steve Smith half spin. Not sure what he's confused about. He's laying on the baseline.
Maybe more for entertainment and humor than for actually trying to change the call, though maybe he thought he got pushed. Well, I think all players get the feeling they get pushed.
Got pushed a couple times by locals and a little bit of an acting foul.
Well, in Chapman, they love that screening and the nice left-handed finish.
Yeah, great job of not just settling for the outside shot with the defense going through that screen. Able to get to the rim and cut this to a 16-point lead.
Walko looks off Derek and looks off Stephen Hicks. Left with no one to pass to, but Kenny in the corner. They finally find an opening for Aji on the other side, and he buries it.
Yeah, but that was the first time we've seen Kenny cut from the corner. Nice job getting that defense to move. Extra pass, Aji. Nice three from the wing.
14 points in this one. But commits a foul and made bucket by Jackie. Not getting your money's worth on that one.
Just a a mental error right there by the rookie, getting his hand caught there in the cookie jar. Nice rip through and focus through that contact. Opportunity for a 4-point play.
Jackie Zhang at the line. Will complete the 4-point play. Building off of a good fourth quarter he had in Friday's game. Pilots still down by 15. Tipped away, Davis with it, gets it up ahead to Ayao. Zhang with the assist, and immediately Dreamers called timeout.
This is what we saw happen in the first half. Again, active defense, Derek forcing some passes. Again, these Pilots creating some turnovers, getting out for some easy buckets.
Talk about Ati, who missed his first 6 3-point attempts on Friday and made the last 3 for a total of 11 points really quickly and with a lot of electricity. The teammates absolutely love him for his work. And on the other side, Sijin Yao still playing through things, was the first one down the floor for the easy point. In this one, fast break points favor the Dreamers at 16 to 11. Kind of something you don't see a lot, especially when Anthony Tucker's in the game. Whenever he's the guard, he likes to bring the ball up at his place.
And that's where we've seen these Dreamers do a good job adjusting the second half of the season, with taking Tucker off the ball, letting him be an effective scorer from the weak side after a swing. And with these Dreamers having so many people who can bring the ball up in transition, it makes them a much more dangerous team. Right now, Tucker getting a little bit of a rest, and Hicks filling up that import spot for the Dreamers. See if they can stop the bleeding that they have.
A lot of offensive rebounds for both teams. Actually, the Dreamers with 20, the Pilots with 16. That's off of a pretty low percentage shooting game. 33% for the Pilots, 39% for the Dreamers. Steven Hicks on the baseline. As the Pilots scrambling, Walko almost lost his footing, got it again. They'll have to reset. They'll shoot from the corner, too strong. Camo on the rebound, crowd getting into this one. Switching out to Jackie. Pass off the back foot. Now Quincy Davis will try to punish him and hit the 3. Seven-point deficit. Still with 5.5 minutes to go. Kenny driving. Swinging it to Derek. He'll try to counter, leave it short. Walko with a rebound. Immediately pushback and the foul by Jackie.
Again, those offensive rebounds just killing the Pilots. Walko just crashing in from the corner. Jackie not putting a body on that. Ends up giving up an offensive rebound and 2 shots at the line.
A contact on the elbow, and that's why the rookie and 6th man of the year, Randall Walko, will head to the line. Hear the fans a little bit louder with these free throw attempts coming up.
And again, these are easy correctable mistakes. Just focus issues, concentration issues. Something that Pilots coaching staff has just got to be furious about. Give yourself a chance to cut this lead to a single-digit deficit and then give up another offensive rebound.
He had 17 points on Friday with that free throw. Randall Walko's total sitting in the single digits. Now with 5. Davis, the only one on that side, looking for a teammate. Taishin with it, Jackie from the corner, dribble, and hope by Amigo up top. Chapman, he hits the 3.
Great hustle by Amigo to get that first block, but lack of effort there on that second side defense. Nobody rotating to Chapman, able to hit the easy 3-point.
Davis is leading the game with 3. Now a pass intercepted by Ayao over to Chapman with the reverse on the other side. Here come the Pilots.
Again, these Pilots doing a good job defensively, creating opportunities for themselves in transition.
Professor Tucker looking to silence them. Hands it off. Amigo driving middle, will strip. Jackie to Aya, bad spacing in transition. Gonna even hang on to it, but it'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, these Pilots defenders just doing a great job of denying any action in the wings. Again, keeping the ball out of ball handlers' hands. We saw Walko there, really not a pick and roll threat, leading to that turnover. And Chapman again, nice creative finish on the break.
Lengthy break with this out of bounds. Got a lot of guys with hands on their knees. I don't think Sijin Yao, Jackie, and Quincy Davis running the middle lane was the best spacing on that play. The turnover, here come the Dreamers. Another turnover, and foul by Derek. Unsportsmanlike. Happened somewhere.
But again, we continue to see Dreamers players who aren't the best drivers trying to make plays off the dribble. Again, earlier in the game, it was Amigo, Tucker, Aji. Here in the fourth quarter, we've seen Kenny with turnovers, Randy Walker with turnovers. These Pilots just swarming to the ball, creating so much defensive pressure and creating these turnovers, leading to these offensive opportunities.
They'll go to the monitor for the second time this game. The foul call was an unsportsmanlike foul on Derek. Lead the way.
Trying to break up that fast break. I've given up trying to guess what the refs are going to call, Ryan, so I'll leave that up to you.
Well, it must have been against the player and not at the basketball. Derek has 2 unsportsmanlike fouls on the season. When you accumulate 6, that's where it will be a 1-game suspension. So we'll get a chance to see it again. That move looked like it was against the basketball.
Looks like a common foul.
All right, so I saw one referee gesture the unsportsmanlike foul, but they move it to a common foul. 4 fouls for the Dreamers in the quarter. Davis hands off to Dio. We'll try to rescreen, nothing yet. Jordan Chapman dumping it into Manimal. His tough flip shot, no good. Tucker with a rebound. And he's fresh in the game too.
Yeah, good job by Tucker to get the ball back, get the play set up.
Roll, Derek. Knew he missed that shot when it left his hand. Drive screen by Davis. Chapman off front iron. Here comes Anthony Tucker with a rebound. Somebody should let Yang Yifeng know he can't defend the play. Kenny through the middle. He's so good at fourth quarter layups. Missed shot. Quincy Davis comes away with it. In the break, Dio receives the contact, floats it. Davis with the putback. That time, just one touch and that was all it needed. We're slowing things down. About 2.5 minutes left in this one. Achi and Tucker on the same side. Derek up top, conducting traffic. He'll fire away, too strong. Jordan Chapman with a rebound. Now the Pilots, led by Guanayo with pace, but the rest of the guys are slow.
Once again, great defensive effort there by the Pilots. Rough possession for the Dreamers.
They get the switch, and another switch. Manimal not finding Davis his way down. He hits the spinning hook shot. Wasn't the smoothest way to go about it. It works in the Pilots' favorite anyway. And now a holding foul. Guanayo Maybe Anthony Tucker played the smarts on them.
Yeah, we can see they gave up that two-man game in the corner. Tucker went straight for the ball, as we see Dio with a miss, and Q able to get one tip. And then a great find by Manimal. Q able to finish with a little half-hook fadeaway spinning. I don't know what you call it, but it's 2 points. But again, with these Pilots just shutting down any of that two-man game action in the corner, Tucker with a great job of the last possession. Just going right for the ball, getting that foul called.
Amigo working with Derek on the pick and roll. Nothing's open up from the corner. Anthony Tucker. He makes everyone in the warm-ups, but only a 29% shooter from three. In the regular season, and another lay-in by Jordan Chapman, bringing his point total up. 19 points, he leads all Pilots in scoring. 4 others join him in the double digits. Amigo with a little bit of space, but a lot of attention on him. No opening yet. Now springing free against Manimal. Davis with the block, no. Rebound Tayo up ahead of Sijinyao. One man to beat, lays it in, tie ball game. This is the loudest we've ever heard Taoyuan Stadium since the Pilots have made this place their home. Dreamers timeout, and Chen might be the happiest one in the building.
Yeah, not usually sitting over on the other end of the court. Today, enjoying the game more as a spectator, as we see these Pilots just dominating the fourth quarter, not giving up. As we see them just getting runouts on every possession. Dreamers looking like the more tired team here in the fourth. And they've just completely shut down this Dreamers offense. Where in the first 3 quarters, they were moving around, cutting, finding the open guy. It's just been so stagnant here in the fourth, regardless of who's on the ball. Again, no movement, easy to defend, easy to get those runouts. Tie ball game with 55 seconds left.
There on the screen, you see only 1 timeout left for each team. Now remember, they have their player 30-second timeout, not used at all on Friday's game. Figure he'll play big here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Dreamers do here. Opportunity to maybe go for a 2-for-1. Trying to take some time off the clock, but looks like they're going to take it in the front court. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
23-12 is the fourth quarter scoring. Jordan Chapman, 4 for 7 for 9 points. Eight assists as well on their 10 buckets. Dreamers set up in the line formation. They're trying to get something open. Kenny in the corner. Fires it to Tucker. But Aya coming around and aggressive with a rebound. A little bit of a blockout was all it took.
Yeah, great hammer set up right there. Kenny looking for Tucker on the weak side corner. Tucker, great look, just not able to finish.
Now Aya around Tucker and the lay-in. Pilots lead by 2.
Yeah, blow by right there by Ayal. Easy layup for Ayal. Pilots with the lead.
Now Tucker, Sijinyao giving it his all on the defensive end. He'll fire. Leave it short, and Guandayo skies high for the rebound. And the Dreamers, not aware of time, have to commit the foul. That's Amigo. Rookie Guandayo will go to the line. Try to put more distance in this one.
Yeah, we've just seen a complete meltdown here in the fourth quarter by the Dreamers there. 0 on-ball defense with Quincy Davis in the game. Derek a little slower to help. And again, just an easy layup to give the Pilots the lead here for the first time in a very long time.
The Taoyuan Pilots don't like that high screen and roll, but Quincy Davis back, no other import except Jordan Chapman. That's what they're gonna go with. Made free throw by Guan Dayo. On the season, he's only a 55% free throw shooter. 2 for 2 is all that matters right now. You can even hear the MCs kind of running out of breath. One more timeout for the Dreamers. In desperation here, less than 16 seconds, 2-possession game.
It'll be interesting to see if the Dreamers here go for a quick 2, quick 3. Best shot available. Obviously, regardless, after a make, you're going to have to play the foul game. Also interesting to see if Coach Julius puts 2 imports in. Obviously with the 4th quarter and a big lead, he started rotating 1 import. Kind of feeling the game was in hand. It's always interesting to see which import these coaches go with in the 4th quarter.
Su Jingyao might have a lot of lumps, but with his smarts leaked out, there we see the all the way finish. Also not a lot of help defense once you get past Derek Lethal away. That's also been a huge key too.
Yeah, that's something that with the doing a lot of switching, sometimes a little bit of a miscommunication there. Not sure if Tucker thought that he had some help from his teammates behind him or if it was just a straight line blow by. Regardless, Dreamers here down 4 with 15 seconds left.
Considering how poor the Pilots have been shooting the 3 ball, you'd think they'd lay back a lot more on the defense. That wasn't the case. Let's see how they do with this first possession again. This time with a wedge formation. Kenny springing into the corner once again. They'll be aware for the hammer. Tucker this time counters through the middle, and Ayal goes down.
Yeah, same play. That time Tucker going to the basket instead of for the 3-pointer. And as loud as it just was, people seeing Ayal down on the court, it just got very quiet here.
In a heat. Let me see what happened. And now it's actually a teammate-to-teammate collision on the hip. He'll have a few days to recover if he doesn't come back in this one.
Now it's going to come down to free throws and execution. See what the Dreamers, with their 20-second timeout left, sorry, their player timeout left. But before that, we're going to have to see if these Pilots can make some free throws.
They're talking it over while the Dreamers are ready to go. Amigo, Derek, Aji, Chen Kenny, and Anthony Tucker, the 5 for the Dreamers. Meanwhile, the Pilots still in a huddle near their bench.
Again, a lot of times it ends up the ball finds its way into Quincy Davis' hands. With everything else being denied, Quincy's somebody you can just kind of throw it up to as a safety. We'll see what play Coach Yifeng threw up.
Miranda Walker will replace Derek on the floor. Meanwhile, the Pilots have Su Jingyao, who's actually on the floor again. Chen Kenny's marking him. Jackie, Jordan Chapman, Quincy Davis, and Killer Kwan inbounding the basketball. Looking for the short corner. Not a lot of legs, so Jordan Chapman will receive and get the push foul on Amigo. So it will indeed be free throws.
That's an interesting call. Having Amigo in the game with 5 fouls already, knowing that you're going to foul. Amigo with his 6th foul.
A little bit with the hand and a little bit with the body, and that will mean for the first time, Woo Sung-Wei all the way will check into the game, replacing the fouled out, amigo. You might need to ask somebody with the Plus League. That might be the first foul out here in Taoyuan.
First basket of the season, of the league. First foul out in Taoyuan. Very eventful season here for Amigo, right?
Made free throw, back to a 3-point lead for the Pilots. Bouncing in the second, Jordan Chapman having himself a game even at just 21 for the total. 5 for 5 from the line has been big, considering the struggles of other teammates. So out of the baseline, Professor Tucker will get it to Achi, and they use their 30-second player timeout. That's the way to use it. So with just 8.5 seconds left, there is the clock running down.
Yeah, these Dreamers always have great looks off these timeouts. The only issue right now is not sure if Coach Julius has a 4-point play right there in his pocket. If not, it's going to be a make, more free throws, and then hope for something from the basketball gods.
Stick around for the player interview after the game. 4-point play. One time I was being the scorekeeper for a high school game, and I actually saw a coach actually draw one up, but the player who took the 3-point attempt before the foul did not make it.
So it was a 0-point play?
It was a 0-point play.
I don't think that's what the Dreamers are looking for.
No. 0 for 4 in terms of execution. Anthony Tucker, once again, the inbounder. A lot of action flying, and it's just a straight out of bounds. Nobody went to the basket.
Yeah, looking for a weak side 3 in that corner. Good job by the Pilots switching the action. It looks like we're going to have a tied series going back to Zhanghua, Ryan.
Ahuan, who checked in the game for the defensive possession, going to be the inbounder. All smalls and wings line up for the Dreamers, and there's a foul on Si Jingyao. When the series began, we knew it will be up to these two shooters. Si Jingyao, number 28, and number 12, Jordan Chapman, the most recent addition to the Plus League import overall roster. Pilots had such an up and down season. First, their imports didn't play in all of the warm-up series. And Willie Warren, he played out his month-to-month contracts with the Pilots, then left. There's the Julian Wright signing announcement, but later we found out the bylaws prevented it. Kadeem Jack, Davon Reed on a plane before this series began. A 50-point loss, and then a 39-point loss in game 1. But now they find themselves on the way to 1-1 in the series. There's a foul on Anthony Tucker in transition. 5 personal for Si Jingyao. I don't think he minds too much.
And now both teams are going to have a little bit of time to go back into the locker room and make some adjustments. Best 2 out of 3.
Last 3-point attempt by Anthony Tucker doesn't go. Wouldn't have mattered. 91-86 guarantees a 4th game will be played in this first round. Incredible finish for the Pilots. 30 points, which represents the highest point total in any quarter in this playoff series. But they really did it with effort. It was a completely different story. In that 4th quarter, it ended up paying off in the defensive end in terms of turnovers and rebounding.
Yeah, right. They looked like they were completely dead after that 3rd quarter. And then after some nice coaching adjustments, some nice substitutions, they showed an increased defensive intensity. able to pull this one out in front of their home crowd. Will we have another game in Taoyuan here, Ryan? I do not know.
2 in Sanhua before the final and decisive, possibly decider winner-go-home game. But I'm just happy that the Taoyuan fans at least got the effort kind of game that they deserve to see, showing their support and really actually being a factor down the stretch, cheering on those pilots.
Yeah, obviously much better performance as compared to the blowout a couple days ago.
Now, interestingly, we have been told the player is being set up for the post-game interview, and it will be the import player, Jordan Chapman.
可以，如果我听不懂，我也可以。
Now asked, will he do the interview in Mandarin? And he said, I'll do my best. The first question is, down by 18. How did the team turn it around in the last 9 minutes?
我觉得最主要是快攻，我们快攻的时候得很多分，然后
talking about how fast break.
他们进攻也他给我什么，他们都没有进，他们球没有进去，然后我们就抓篮板，然后就进攻。
Taking advantage of the missed shots by Anthony Tucker and teammates was the key too.
Yeah, 他在球场上，球赛就是完全不一样，因为他是一个非常聪明的球员，然后
Jordan Chapman giving credit to Quincy Davis for being such a smart player.
所以
it was a completely different team.
他在球场上的时候，我们可以打得比较轻松。
So Davis makes everyone's job easier. Asked about how the narrative is with this series.
你说带来什么
？Getting a clarification.
我真的听不到你在说什么。 Yeah， 非常的重要，因为如果我们今天输的话，就很难抓回来，所以。
Jordan Chapman expressing how they actually have a chance in the series now that it's a best of 3 going forward.
好，谢谢。
Thanks to Chapman, thanks to Mark for getting us through the way. Inside look at the mindset of the players and the competitors. So we talk about all the time how it's a matter of effort, and the pilots pull this one out on their backs. We'll be going to the break before the post-game analysis. Welcome back to the broadcast. On the screen right now is the preview for the Game 3 of the series. That'll take place April 28th at 7 p.m. in Zhanghua County Stadium. Pilots will be the road team. The Formosa Taishin Dreamers will be the home team. We are kind of thinking over the fourth quarter. And Coach, for the Dreamers, would you focus on the rebounds and missed shots, or the 6 turnovers they had in the fourth?
I think it's definitely those 6 turnovers, because as Jordan Chapman said in that broken Chinese, again, every turnover led to 2 Pilots points, leading to that 30-14 advantage in the fourth quarter.
Well, the biggest story has to be with the intensity and emotion that the Pilots play with to finish off this game. 30-14 after having a letdown in the third quarter, where the largest lead for the Dreamers reached 19. But Jordan Chapman, 11 points in the fourth, and Sijingyao chipping in 8 were the difference.
This Pilots team looked dead in the water there at the end of the third, but after a solid fourth quarter, we're back to a 3-game series.
We'll ponder what will happen in the lead up to Game 3. Thank you for joining us for this game on behalf of Ben, everyone in the league, and all the teams. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.